Um, so in 2 days, it'll officially be February, which also means that it will officially be Black History Month. But clearly, some of the Caucasians have started kissing ass already. Now listen, I just freaking found out that damn Sam Smith says that the Grammys is on February 8th, and that if he was to win a Grammy for Album of the Year, he would give his Grammy to Beyonce, according to People.com. My question to you is why? Would Beyonce give up one of her awards for you? Beyonce has what? Beyonce has 17 Grammys. If she wins at the award at the Grammys, which I'm sure she's gonna win something anyway because she's Beyonce and she's extremely popular. Would she give up any award for you, Sam? Sam Smith, calling all Sam Smiths. Stay with me. She's leaving. I guarantee you she's gonna leave. Sam, what are we thinking, Sam? Calling all Sam Smith. Sam, what are we thinking of Sam? Like, he says he feels like that Beyonce deserves the Grammy over him, according to Rolling Stone. He was on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. Great photo. But wow, really? I mean, it's sweet, but I don't quite understand because at the end of the day, everybody wants some kind of um, praise for their work, some kind of recognition to be noticed for your own particular work. Why would you want to give that to somebody else? It's not. I can see if y'all like was to if it was to be a tie, y'all both won the award or something. But no, you saying that if you win for album of the year for your album that you put out, you would give your award to Beyonce because you feel like she deserves it over you. You would be embarrassed if you get the Grammy over her. Ciao, bye. Are you serious? That's freaking crazy. Like I cannot even. Makes no sense. .com, .net, .org. If you hear some music in the background, that's just Fifth Harmony, jamming, and that's just my phone ringing. But I'm not gonna pick it up because this was on my heart, people. Just craziness. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. By the way, all the links will be in the bottom bar below. And also, by the way, this is Chalaki News, yes, where we discuss everything from celebrity foolishness to politics to just breaking stories, news, people showing out, whatever. Yes, but that was just crazy. All right, y'all tell me what y'all think about that. I just can't, and I won't, and I'm pretty much just not going to. All right. Well, let's move on to something else. Viola Davis and Jennifer Lopez is gonna kick ass in this new movie called Lila and Eve. According to MadameNoir.com. It says, if you ask me, Jennifer Lopez is at her best when she's acting. So I was happy to learn that she would be co-starring with actress extraordinaire Viola Davis in a new thriller called Lila and Eve. The movie poster, which features Lopez and Davis in a very Pam Grier-like poses, projects that we can expect from this movie. It is described to be a Thelma and Louise remake, Fight Club. They're going to be kicking ass. Wow. Lila and Eve, directed by Charles Stone II. He also directed Drumline, Paid in Full, and Mr. 3000. It's a story of two mothers devastated by the deaths of their children. When authorities say they are unable to find their murderers, a group of drug dealers, they unite to avenge them. The film will air at the Sundance Film Festival this Friday night. Interestingly, the film is produced by Juvie Productions, the company Davis owns with her husband, Julius Tenine. Davis launched Juvie a couple of years ago with the desire to create and produce projects in which she could co-star. It looks like the plan is working out. The film doesn't have a date for a theatrical release, but that may change quickly after it premieres. There's no trailer for it yet, but Davidson Lopez sat down for an interview with Entertainment Tonight a year ago to discuss the project. You can watch the interview below. I'm going to just post the link below and move right on along to the next story. All the links will be in the below once again, you guys. All right. What does he want to talk about next? Um, let's see. Ludacris baby mother Tamika Fuller testifies he offered her $10,000 and a house to get an abortion. Poor Ludacris in court, according to TMZ, y'all. He just looks so upset. Shouts out to lovebscott.com. It says Tamika Fuller thinks it's absolutely ridiculous that Ludacris is seeking full custody of their daughter Kai because she says he didn't even want her to keep the baby in the first place. In fact, Tamika testified in court. Ludacris even bribed her to get an abortion. Bribed. Tamika said when Luda found out she was pregnant, he cried. But they weren't tears of joy, child. It was tears I got to split my check up more. You feel me? He said it would ruin his life, and he then urged her to terminate the pregnancy. According to Tamika, Luda initially offered $10,000 and a house if she agreed to get rid of the baby. Check out some of her testimony below. They asked what was his reaction to finding out you're pregnant. That he was not happy. He cried and he just, well, it wasn't that he wasn't happy because he said, well, you know, this isn't something that we planned. Let's move forward and get an abortion. The baby is not going to have a family. The baby is not going to be with him, living with the father in the same house. That this is just all bad and we're going to ruin his life. We're going to ruin his career. Wow. Did he ever change his mind about wanting you to have the abortion? No, he never changed his mind. He did not. All right, then the last question was, did he ever attempt to get you to have an abortion? She was like, he did. He gave me the money for an abortion. Actually, it was $900 and some change. Nah, nigga. We were having a conversation. Well, when we had our first conversation about it, he was like, I can take you back to the house. I got 10 grand. I'm going to work it out. I can help you out with whatever it is you need. You need a house? We can work that out, boo. I just kept thinking that was a strange direction to go in, and I didn't take his money at the time because I did not know if that was the direction I was going in. He was like, well, take it. I'll give you more, and I didn't want that from him. Wow. What's unfortunate is that this little girl will eventually know that her father didn't want her. Wow. Man up. Why do these people fuck? I mean, honestly, if you fuck raw, what do you think is going to happen? You're either going to get an STD or a pregnancy or nothing. It's only 3 options. Like, honestly, like, Luda, really? I expected more from you. I really did. But apparently Luda's coming out with an album this year, I heard. So, you know, good for him. Good for him. All right. We're going to move on to the next story, y'all. Wrapitup.com or wrapup.com. Lil Wayne wants to take Drake and Nicki Minaj off Cash Money. Now, I think Cash Money and Young Money is like 2 different labels, but they're like put together. I think they're both ran by Baby, though, which is Lil Wayne's adoptive father. Anyway, it says Lil Wayne's wants out of Cash Money and he's taking Drake and Nicki Minaj with him. Well, I'll be damned. The Young Money chief plans to sue Birdman. Wow. For his, not Baby, Birdman. Yeah, that's his name. Plans to sue Birdman, his daddy, for his release from Cash Money. And also claims that Birdman owes him an $8 million advance for his album, The Carter 5. In addition to demanding money, TMZ reports that Wayne will sue Birdman to ensure that Young Money's artists remain under his control. Wow. In addition to Drake and Nicki, this includes the rest of Young Money roster. Christina Milian, Jabba, Lil Twist, Who, and Mac Main. What? He doubles as the labor's president. Weezy believes the artist should go with him because their contracts are with Young Money, not Cash Money. Ain't it the same damn thing? Cash Money has a distribution deal with all of Young Money artists. The issue will likely have to be settled in court, but Wayne is adamant about taking his crew with him. He also seems confident about Drake and Nicki's loyalty to him on his remix to Coco off his mixtape Sorry for the Wait too. He posts, I ain't tripping, I got Barbie, I got Drake too. This is sad, when families go through issues, but it's crazy. Most families go through shit because of money, and that is just the truth.com. Um, it's quite interesting and quite crazy. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Um, let's move right on along to the next story. This fool, I'm so sick of him. Kanye West at BT Honors. My wife has dated broke black dudes too. TheRoot.com. Show. They look really nice though in this photo. All right, it says over the weekend, Kanye West was honored at this year's 2015 BET Awards, which are scheduled to air February 23rd on BET. West receives the Visionary Award, which was presented to him with a video tribute featuring Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Common, and Damon Dash. Dash, who co-founded Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z, but he had a lot of good words to say about the rapper in the interview and all that. Says my history with Kanye is I didn't respect him as a rapper because I was around the greatest rappers, Dash stated. But he has had courage. In the audience, West's wife looked on as he accepted his award. This is what this nigga said. Hope y'all can hear it. I want to say that, ain't no white girl gonna go get a rich black dude, But I want to say that my wife has dated broke black dudes. One more time. Ain't no white girl gonna go get a rich black dude, But I want to say that my wife has dated broke black dudes. We've talked about this, we meaning me and a lot of other great people in this group that I'm in called Reality Junkies on Facebook. And it was just really crazy. Like, first of all, you're at the BET. No, let's rewind. First of all, why is Kanye West being honored at the BET Awards? At the BET Honors Awards for anything? First of all, I feel like he hasn't been around that long to be. Why is Kanye West being honored before Jay-Z? Or was Jay-Z honored at the BET Awards? If not, if I'm not sure, just let me know in the comments. But I'm pretty sure that Jay-Z has never been honored with the BET Award. I meant never been honored at the BET Honors Awards with an award. Some people who's been honored in the past, I believe, is Berry Gordy and Mariah Carey and who else? Some other artists is being I think Dionne Warwick, Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin. People like that, which is obviously like duh, they deserve it. They've been around and proven themselves, sold a whole bunch of records. Legends, darling, legends. But I feel like Jay-Z should have won this award over Kanye West. And I'm not quite sure why he won the award anyway at the BET Honors. But for you to get up there and talk about your wife, knowing who she is and what she has done, why would you do that in front of all these black folks? Really? Like Kanye really and the Kardashians, they really want people to respect them, and I don't understand why or how. Like it's I'm sorry, but your past follows you. It does. Like I don't understand. Kanye West is no longer Kanye West. Kanye West is Kanye West Kardashian, and it's so apparent. It's very coon-like behavior, and it's annoying. Like he's flip it. He's crazy. He is really crazy, Kanye. Um, wow. You honestly completely forget about his music at this point because for the past like 2 or 3 years he's been showing his ass. And you completely forget about how talented he is. He's extremely talented. He's a music genius. But all his antics and stuff and then just how crazy he is about Kim and him fighting people and all that, you completely forget about everything that he's done. Absolutely crazy. I'm gonna leave that in the bottom bar below. And yeah, I'm not quite sure who he was talking about because all I remember is Kim Kardashian dating athletes and shit, and they had coins. I mean, coins in the bank. I mean, I'm sure back when she was like a teenager, she dated broke black dudes, but she didn't have that much money back then either. So it was, when you're a teenager, you're a teenager. It's not that big of a deal about money. But since she's been an adult, name one broke black dude that she's been with. Name one. People might complain and say Ray J, but Ray J was never broke. At least not my type of broke. At least not our type of broke. Ray J's not broke to me. Ray J definitely has less money than Kanye, but it's foolishness. It's the fool. But anyway, it'll be in the bar below, and we're gonna move on. Um, okay, this next story is about Sherri Shepherd, little legs and big upper body. It says Sherri Shepherd surrogate breaks silence. I have child support case coming against me now. Okay, it says months after the explosive fallout between estranged couple Sherri Shepherd and Lamar Sally, their surrogate who birthed the child, who is now positioned at the center of the pair's nasty divorce, is speaking out in an exclusive interview with Inside Edition, which airs Thursday, January 29th, which is yesterday. Okay, her name is, I can't quite pronounce it. Her last name is, let's call her Boo Boo. Boo Boo explains that although she was connected to the couple through a surrogate agency, she is listed on the child's birth certificate as non-custodial parent. Because of this, she says that she is also being pursued for child support. Apparently, Sally applied for Medical, which is a state program that provides free or low-cost health insurance to assist with medical costs relating to a health condition plaguing the infant. This resulted in the state of California going after Boo Boo for child support. It's affected me a lot. I am now listed as a non-custodial parent in California. I have child support case coming against me now. She adds that she is especially upset with Shepherd because she's left a ton of responsibilities in the wake of the departure. Because Shepherd doesn't want to be a part of the baby's life, I have to pick up all the slack with my name being on the birth certificate. A non-custodial parent, medical bills. I'm still considered the mother of a child that's not mine. This shit is crazy. According to Boo Boo's version of events, Sherri didn't even inform her that she and Sally would be divorcing. I'm angry, she says, I am angry with Sherri because she never once contacted me to tell me what was happening. It was kind of like I was left out of the cold. One side of me is telling me that's not her place to know, but another side of me is saying, yeah, it kind of is her place to know. It says prior to the split, Jessica says that her name is Jessica and her last name is something that I couldn't pronounce, so that's why I called it Boo Boo. Anyway, it says that Sherri seemed very excited about the baby's upcoming birth. She would call up and check on me during the pregnancy in the beginning. At the 20-week appointment, she seemed very excited. She was going to see the baby for the first time. I didn't see any warning signs right away. When asked what she would say to Sherri if she could sit down with her, Boo Boo had to say this. I would ask Sherri why she did what she did. If she thought it was okay to do something like that, I just don't understand how she can act like this baby is non-existent. It just blows my mind. So far, Sherri reps have not returned our requests for comments. And she's sitting up here with this red curly wig on. Just the food. No God. Ooh, child. A mess. A mess. A mess. Anyway, this last story is about big forehead ass bobblehead Pat Houston. Pat Houston worked with Whitney Houston. She, her last name, I don't know her original last name, but anyway, she married into the family. She married one of Whitney Houston's brothers and has a daughter by him. So, get Pat Houston. Pat Houston feels Lifetime movie was disrespectful to Whitney's legacy. Her official statement is below. Now, this shit is long. So I'm not sure if I want to read it all. I'm just gonna sit here and let y'all read it all. And but I am gonna read this first part, and y'all can just read her statement below. But I'll read this first part for you guys. Okay, it says Lifetime movie premiere of Whitney was a rating hit from the network, but it seemed that not all family members of the late songstress approved of the portrayal, and at least one has voiced their disapproval. It has a link to watch Bobby Brown's post-show interview. It says Patty Houston, Whitney's sister-in-law, an executive of her state, released a detailed statement expressing her disappointment about the movie and how she was not, and how she had not been properly involved in the making of the movie. Who the fuck are you? She even states that she wasn't even offered a complimentary advance copy of the film. Pat also feels some kind of way about Lifetime's decision to air the film so close to the anniversary of the Whitney Houston death, which was on February 11th, 2012. Read Pat's statement below. Shut up, Pat. Thick forehead, Pat. Shut up. Niggas ain't never satisfied. You hear me? Ever. Now I had a review about the Whitney Houston movie. It wasn't the best, but I didn't feel like it was the worst. I feel like anything was better than that Aaliyah shit that Wendy Williams put out, which of course it was. My biggest issue with the film was that they just showed Whitney kept going back and forth to that drawer, getting them baby powders out. That's what we'll call them. And that it made it seem like Whitney was already doing drugs before Bobby. But they say she already was on practicing in drugs before she met Bobby. She got Bobby on somehow. But that wasn't my biggest issue. My biggest issue was probably that they made the whole thing about Bobby. And it was kind of like revenge for Bobby, like to clear his name, you know. And I didn't really like that because I felt like with or without Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston was still Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was a star, a diva, the voice, a songstress, one of the best. So I didn't quite understand that, but I'll leave that in the bottom bar below as well. Y'all get to hear what old Bitter Pat had to say. What I also think was an embarrassment to the family was when the Houstons had that show. Y'all remember that reality show they had? And they couldn't do no with Bobby Christina ass. And Pat Houston had to go, it showed like, it was like the season finale or something. Pat Houston had to go and see about Bobby Christina, not even her daughter, but her sister-in-law's child, Whitney, and left her own daughter just to go and see about Bobby Christina, who don't listen to nobody anyway, who's very disrespectful to everybody, including her grandmother, Sissy Houston. That's a damn embarrassment. And it's like, and I guess she feels like they're trying to capitalize off Whitney's death and all that. And yeah, well, so did y'all. So did Clive Davis. You know, when Whitney had passed and they went on ahead and had the Grammy party, all that. So what are you gonna do? You know, I just hope people just let these artists rest in peace, because at the end of the day, regardless of whatever, they're just people. That's it, you know. Just let them rest. That's all I have to say. With that said, I am done. I'm Mr. Chalaki. I'm Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me. I am at It's King's World on Twitter, and I'm Chase King was here on Facebook. I love you guys. That was Chalaki News. Yes, it was. All the links will be in the bottom bar below. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about this video. And all that good stuff. Share, retweet, all that great stuff. All right. I love you down from the bottom to the top of my heart. Mwah.